Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review, and today we're reviewing a card by a new cardsmith. This is by a cardsmith called Gloomy and Sunny 101. Cool. Nice to see new faces. Very happy. Please don't hate me if I rate your card poorly. It's nothing personal. It's just, we're all here to get better, including myself. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so he gave me a little preface here. I think this is a bad card, but I made it a while ago, and it's the best I've made from back then. Okay. All right, well, let's look at it. So this is Kendos Safeguard. Kendos. Okay, 6 mana for a 5/5 legendary artifact creature construct. Why isn't it a samurai? Look at this sword. Swing. That's a samurai if I've ever seen one. You got to go with construct. All right. All right. This guy's got flash. I want to say Kendos, but Kendos. The thing is, there's a kendo stick. Kendo is like a thing, right? Okay, what's define kendo? Define kendo. A Japanese form of fencing with two-handed bamboo swords, originally developed as a safe form of training for samurai. Yeah, so it's like a training, it's like a fencing, like training thing. And this guy's name is Kendos. It's like naming him like burgers, or like, it's like naming him like boxings. So like that's why I'm a little confused by this. But I'm gonna go with Kendos. Maybe maybe you don't know what Kendo is. I mean, I feel like you do because this is a samurai creature. But I'm just the name's a little weird to me. That's all I'm saying. And also safeguard. He's a safeguard. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the card. So it's flash. When he enters the battlefield, destroy target attacking creature. Excuse me, I sipped my tea there. Almost went down the wrong pipe. Ward 2. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter unless that player pays 2. And it also has 2 tap, untap target creature. Okay. So, I have a couple things that I see already off... Why do I always do that? Off the top of my head. So this is a blue card, okay? Blue cards almost never destroy creatures. Now, there are a few cards that do, like, I think, like one example I can think of is, Pongify, I think, does? Yeah, destroy target creature, its controller creates a 3/3 green ape. So, I mean, the idea here is that you're turning a creature into another creature. So you're not really destroying it. This is also a really old card, by the way. So, but you get the idea. This is more of a white thing. Destroy target attacking creature. That's like a white thing, right? So, strange seeing that on a blue card. Ward 2 is fine, though. You do need to format this card a little bit differently. This should say Ward cost of 2, right, instead of just Ward 2. And then it has this ability of pay 2 tap on tap target creature. So the thing that stands out at least immediately is the ordering here should be different. It should be 2 tap colon untap target creature. Okay, so that's sort of how you format these activated abilities. You've got tap 2 in the wrong order, then you have a period here. So like if you can just look at sort of any creature that has, I mean, let's just look for 2 tap. Literally any of these, like here, this land, for example, right? 2 tap colon, do a thing. Okay, so that's if you want to learn how to format, and I might make a video about this one of these days, but just look at existing cards. Like you probably looked up this reminder text for ward, because I do that all the time. If I'm like, all right, I'm going to add some reminder text to this ability, I don't like try and remember it like off the top of my head, right? I just look up, okay, ward, okay, here we go. Here's reminder text for ward, copy, right? But you can clearly see here that ward 2 has the icon there and not just the number 2. So just keep that in mind. So we have some formatting issues here. Also, you're using the wrong card border. So it's a little annoying, but on MTG Cardsmith, you actually have to often choose the right card border. It doesn't do it automatically. There's a drop down that lets you pick sort of a card border. So you want the blue artifact card border. This is sort of just a blue card border on an artifact creature. So okay, so that being said, let's get to sort of to the design, the nuts and bolts of this card. So you've got a 6-mana 5/5 with flash. Okay, so that's strong. I mean, it's expensive, right? Like six mana cards do need to be strong. Excuse me. But a 6-mana 5/5 with a flash will often be able to kill something or sort of attack with sort of pseudo haste, right? You do it at the end of their turn, and then you can attack the next turn. But on top of that, it also destroys an attacking creature. So this card can sort of get double value by the fact that you sort of flash the thing in, kill one of their attacking creatures, then block one of their other attacking creatures, and then you get sort of like a 2-for-1. Which, I mean, that's good for a 6-mana rare. I think that's fine. And it's also kind of cool that this thing has ward 2, because it means that when you flash this thing in to block, it's going to be less likely that they can kill it before blockers are declared. So that's kind of neat. I like sort of the combination of ward with flash. I think that's pretty neat. So I mean, so far the card seems pretty strong. Then you have this ability here. This one feels just really tacked on. Like, I don't quite understand why this is here. Often with card designs, less is more. And, like, yes, this technically makes the card better because it gives you the option of paying 2 and tapping this guy to untap another creature. But it also just doesn't really make sense why that's on this guy. Like, why can he untap something? Like, is it necessary for what this card is? I mean, this, it's clear what the purpose of this card is, right? You flash it in when they attack, you get a bunch of value. So it's like, why is this here? It just feels really out of place. I would say just get rid of this ability entirely. Like, there's just not really a reason to have this on this guy. Save this for a different design. This guy doesn't need it, right? So that being said, I think that overall the design of this card is pretty cool. I like the fact that you can like flash this guy in and get a kind of a sick 2-for-1, and it has a ward, so it's like more likely that you'll get the 2-for-1. Again, I think for the cost and for the rarity, you've actually done a pretty good job of balancing this card. The main issue here is the color combined with the destroy target attacking creature ability. So you could make this card white, and I think it would actually fit perfectly fine. There are white cards with flash. There are white cards that destroy target attacking creatures. There are white cards with ward. I think if you made this card white, I would have no problem with this card. The fact that it's blue, like if you want to keep this card blue, I would say you would need to change this effect to something different. Maybe something like, target creature gets -6, -0 until end of turn, or return target creature to its owner's hand, or something along those lines, or put target creature on the top or bottom of its owner's library. That's pretty similar to destroying an attacking creature. So you would sort of need to change this effect to something else. But that being said, I like this card. I mean, besides the color issues and the untap, like let's just say you axed this thing, you made him a white card. and you fixed sort of some of the formatting issues I mentioned, I think this would be actually a pretty decent card. I think it would be it's sort of an interesting enough combination of abilities that it feels kind of unique. Like I said, the flash and the ward combo is really nice. Yeah, I mean, I do like this card. There's just sort of some like you're on the right track here. You're really on the right track here. I think there's a couple issues that are sort of like you said, you made this a while ago, so you were probably a newer designer back then, and these are some sort of newer designer faults, I think. So I suggest that you remake this card, and I think if you again you axe this ability, make them white, or change this, change if you want to keep them blue, change this to something else. I think this card will be a perfectly fine card, and obviously pick the right border. So I'd like to see you remake this card and just sort of fix it up, make it better, and it's pretty close to being a good Magic card. So rating wise, if I have to rate this card, so it's got the color issue, it's got the formatting issue, and it's got sort of this random ability tacked on here. I also find the name to be a little strange. And you've got the wrong border. So I think all in all, I probably have to give this card a 6 out of 10, but because of all those issues combined. But I think that overall, the design is actually pretty solid. So again, I would love to see you remake this card, and I think given a few changes, this card would go up in ranking pretty fast. So even though you get a 6 out of 10, this has potential to be much higher. So yeah, I think for for your first card that you've given to us, you've given us a pretty decent one. And yeah, so 6 out of 10 for Kendos. I hope to see more of your work in the future. Thank you guys for watching.